Hello viewers, welcome to another episode. This is going to be sort of fairly short because it's going to be part one of a multi-part series. This is probably something you could call mailbag. This has been sent to me by a good friend of mine. I know roughly what it contains, so what I'm going to do is open this on camera and we'll have a good rummage around inside and see what we can find, and I'll explain what the project is along the way. So let's get cracking. Slip this open. So it's about 15 kilos, I think, this box. Came to me a couple of weeks ago. Right, so what we have in here is a collection of vintage Apple bits. You're not going to see that on camera, are you? It's an Apple design keyboard. It's definitely very 90s, that. Bit spongy. Bit creaky. Definitely 90s. So what else have we got in here? Random bits of packing. A bag of stuff. So we got the Apple mouse. Definitely been well used and it needs a damn good clean. I wonder how crusty the ball is. Ooh, oh, it doesn't look too bad in there. And we've got a Apple to VGA monitor adaptery thing, so that's certainly going to come in useful. And as we delve in deeper, we have some Apple hardware. So we have a Macintosh LC machine, which is kind of what I expected to see in here. Never really been a great fan of Apple. I used to own one a long time ago. Didn't really get on with it, to be honest, and I think partly because the company I used to work for was a Microsoft developer, so had access to lots of Microsoft products, so I tended to prefer the Microsoft products, but there we go. So we've got a Macintosh LC, and then deeper in here I think we're going to have another one. Yep, we've got another Macintosh LC. Case looks in a bit better condition, apart from the dust and muck. So that's going to need a bit of a clean up. So what? Yeah, that one's definitely in better condition, isn't it? So, right, let's put this down to one side and we'll move this box out of the way. So what we're going to be doing here is probably a multi-part series on restoring these back to working condition. I don't believe they work at the moment. Apparently these Apple machines have issues with power supplies, dead caps, that kind of thing. So we're going to need to pull these apart, clean them up, have a look at the power supplies, change caps. I also believe there is no ROM chips in these as well, but there is some in here somewhere. They just need plugging in. So we've got a keyboard and mouse to get us up and running. Let's have a look what is actually inside one of these. Let's see what we're actually dealing with. Okay, so got motherboard, no hard disk inside, with a floppy drive, no RAM, but that looks like it's here ready for us. Excellent. And set of LC ROMs ready to go in. Why these ended up without their ROM chips, I have no idea, but presumably they've been robbed and used elsewhere. Also looks like we're missing the non-volatile RAM battery, so that will need replacing. And yeah, it generally looks in not too bad condition. Not sure, we're going to have to look at this in a bit more detail, get the board out and actually have a look at it properly. And of course we also need to have a look at that power supply, which could well have some dodgy caps in as well. So obviously we're going to need a SCSI hard disk. Actually, it's very handy that I took that out of my Quantel Paintbox Express the other day. That'll come very useful for testing these, because that should plug in just there, which will be perfect. Now, I'm not entirely sure exactly what date these are. Let's have a quick look at the date codes. Come on, date code. Need a date code. Sorry, yeah, you're off camera. We've got 48th week 1990. That's probably about right. And there's another one there. 51st week of 1990. So yeah, just pretty much 1991 vintage, that one. Slightly yellowed case. Bit of a crack in the back of it, unfortunately. It's a bit of a shame. Looks like that one's been well used. So let's pop the lid back on that one. We'll have a look at the other one. So I believe ideally we want both of these up and running. Shouldn't be too much of a problem, but obviously we don't really know until we start powering these up and having a look properly. So yeah, it's pretty much exactly the same as the other one. We've got some sticks of RAM, ROM chips again, no hard disk. So yeah, it's pretty much identical. Let's have a look at the date codes on this one. And it's almost exactly the same. 51st week of 1990 on that one. And 49th week 1990. So yeah, God, these are almost exactly the same time off the production line. That's pretty cool. So yeah, this one definitely looks a bit cleaner. Can't see hardly any dust on the fan. Case is in better condition. Might be some gunk on the circuit board there. Yeah, there's definitely some goo going on there from those surface mount caps. Right, so that's going to need a bit of attention. So yeah, the mouse is a bit crusty. It's going to need a damn good clean up. It's also lost one of its little Teflon pads on the bottom there, so that'll probably need replacing. Give it that good clean up, and the keyboard as well, that'll probably need a good clean. So we'll probably have to pull all the key tops off that, take it apart and give it a damn good cleaning. Okay, so stick around, there's plenty coming up. There's certainly these two apples to be restored. I've got a couple of little projects on the Quantel Paintbox. They could be really interesting. So yeah, stick around, there's plenty of stuff going on. Subscribe, like, share, follow me on Twitter, all that sort of good stuff. And I'll see you on the next video. Bye for now.